Can I say something to you quickly?
Yes, sir.
In real life, if you really want to know what I do, I come over here, I check this door, and then I turn around.
You asked me, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's exactly it. Okay, okay. Ready. And beyond the partition there, just so we'll start with nobody in the frame, so you're a little bit over there, George. Ready, and action.
You ready? Yeah. The question is, are you ready?
Well, yeah, I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be. So, let's do this thing, huh?
Need a jacket? It's nice.
That's very nice.
You know where to go?
Yeah, I looked it up. City clerk's office, City Hall.
Am I driving?
I don't know.
I'll drive.
You good, girl? Like my flat tire there? That was fun last night. Not like a flat tire in the middle of the rain. Got a totally flat tire after I hit something on the highway. Pow. Well, all this is, definitely changed a bit.
So you just go up to the,
I have no clue. Everything I've read online is you get your packet from the city clerk's office, which is in City Hall. So I assume I walk into City Hall, say I want to file for mayor and I need the appropriate paperwork. They're going to give me something. We're going to take it back. I got to fill it out, bring it back, and technically I'm a candidate.
But you don't know what's on the...
I haven't the foggiest. I've asked some questions here and there, and I've tried to see if I could get a copy of it early and those kinds of things, but there's not much available online to people who would be interested to give you much in the way of direction. So I've asked, people that were mayors in the past kind of about what's involved there, so I've got a little bit of information there, but I have no clue. I don't know if it's 3 pages long or 50 pages long. I have no clue.
That's something you can fill out in the truck, or you gotta go back to the office?
No, I think I go back to the office and make sure that my handwriting is legible first.
You think there'll be any others there?
I don't know. I mean, it's opening for all of city offices, and City Hall opened at 8. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't blame him. See, there's Kenny, man. He's checking oil. I love Kenny. He was gone for the winter, but he'd come home here for the summer, and he would always work. He'd come to the service station. He's worked. I mean, Kenny's got to be probably on the other side of 70, pushing 80, something like that. Don't know his exact age. And there he is, over there, pumping gas, checking oil, doing what he's done for, the 25 years I've known the guy. It's amazing. We're the city planner, if I remember right.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thank you. I'll try to make this brief.
All right.
Hi. City clerk's office is in the right place?
Yep.
Looking for paperwork file for mayor of Luigi.
Okay. I can see. Oh,
Thanks.
Okay. Just gonna see if KO is available.
So what's the deal with the Carnegie thing? Are those buttons you buy?
Mhm.
So I pay you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I don't even know how much it is.
It says $3, so
$3? Okay.
I think I can spare $3.
Perfect. Thank you. Would you like a receipt?
Nah, it's okay.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm Kay Murphy.
Hey, I'm George Prince.
Nice to meet you, George. All right, well, here's what you need to fill out.
Okay.
And well, you can use my pen. I can use mine.
Okay. So I can do this now?
Oh yeah, you have to do it
Oh,
now.
perfect.
In front of me.
Okay.
Yep. So basically, it's up here at the top, and then read this, and then you sign it, and I notarize your signature.
Okay, perfect.
Who is George Prince?
Who is George Prince? I first met George decades ago when he came in, filled out a job application, asked for employment with our firm. We did hire him, proved to be very industrious, hardworking young man that was willing to advance our business by being great with customers, great with other employees. He was a great guy. He advanced to the point where he's actually running our night crew. After that, and I guess enough said, when you give somebody the key to your place and combination to your safe, you know he's honest, trustworthy, that he's going to do a great job. From that point on, he went to work with other corporations. His career has been excellent. He's always been a hard worker. We've kept touch all these years. Not always real frequently, but whenever we see each other, we talk about what he's doing, what he has been doing. Every firm he's been with and everything he's done, he's excelled at, because he's got a work ethic that you don't find in a lot of people that continues for year after year after year in different environments. Whether it was working with us in customer service, whether it was working in business development, whether it was working in upper management for a chain of retail stores. He took his skill set and he used it. He was able to look at a problem, he was able to analyze the problem, come up with solutions for the problem, and implement those solutions. So when you're looking at all the different qualities he possesses, did he bat 100% all the time? No, but he never quit when it didn't work right. So that would be my summation of my experience with George.
Who is George Prince?
George Prince. George Prince, to me, well, first to me, he's my friend. I don't have a lot of them. But I'd like to say he's the opposite of me in a lot of respects. I'm a do first, ask questions later kind of guy, and George is kind of the opposite. He wants to ask the questions before he does. So as I always say, and he does too, you know, I'm kind of the gas and he's the brakes. So he's the brakes kind of guy. He wants to make sure everything's right before he makes a move, and really that's kind of what's special about him. And you know, he's so quick to analyze. That's what I really respect about George. And for the most part, when something comes out of his mouth, I pay attention to it and I listen to it because he's put some thought to it.
We've been asking everybody this because that's where we're kind of trying to exemplify with the documentary, but in your opinion, who is George Prince?
George is a guy that I met probably 7 years ago through my wife, and everything that I've seen from George has just been an honest, respectful guy. It actually took me a little bit for George and I to get to know each other. We found some common ground through different things, and I value George as a very good friend of mine, even a mentor to me. And George is the type of guy that I myself would like to be. I'd like to see my son grow up to be like, with his morals and values that he possesses. He's just a top-notch guy.
Story starts right in this yard back in 1977. Now, a lot of it has certainly changed. It looks a fair amount different than it did back then. But my parents had a 14 by 70 old school mobile home right here, kind of where this fifth wheeler is. And you know, that's what we moved into in 1977. So we're kind of standing in what our front yard looked like, you know, and our driveway used to be over here, and none of these trees were here. This was all open, right? I know I used to have to mow it. And we built a ball field across this yard for where the churches could play. So we had actually put a backstop up and all this kind of stuff. And we had this diamond that we actually mowed for the churches to play at. And all we ever had was a push mower, so I got the glory duty of mowing that ball field in addition to mowing all of this with a push mower. So that's what I did for a good 12, 13 years. And we had a big garden that separated our place here from my grandparents' place, which was up on the hill. And so we had a path from here up there that we used to walk back and forth and visit, but there was a big garden that existed between here. And we used to plant that, and my mother used to do all her canning and all that kind of stuff. And I gotta tell you, I will always have so much respect for people who do gardens and do canning, because after doing that for about 10 years, I kind of got cured of it. So I don't do a lot of it. I appreciate people who do, but it definitely kind of burned me out on the whole deal. So we're standing out here kind of by Scribner Road, where Balsam Road ends. If you take this road down, it'll take you down to Scribner Hill and the creek, and there's a bunch of different trails that branch off of it. A lot of people used to ride ATVs on it. My guess is they probably still do. So really, I lived in this area. This is what I called home until I was probably about 16, 17 years old. So the bus used to pick me up right here on the corner, and that would take us into town, right? And there's not a lot of development here. There wasn't then either, because my grandparents owned 40 acres here. And this was a little 5-acre plot that they were renting out to my parents, and that's where we were at. So as I grew up, this was really home.
Next time on See George Run.
Go get him. Let's do it. Herb Blum's got to stop the bus, yank us apart.
We're doing good things.
As I was sitting in the hole, the traco, why are we using a swinging cable to handle this pipe when for many years we've been using excavators and knuckle boom loaders to handle trees in the woods?
I've always been troubled by our local economy.
Why can't we do that with pipe? And it began to really resonate with me. Why can't I do that with pipe? Right? Why can't I take that back home and create that at home?
I sometimes look around and go, how does a person make it on that kind of money? How does a person, be able to eat, have a home, raise their children, send their kids to college, have some retirement, and hey, maybe occasionally take a vacation trip somewhere?
He said, yeah, I'm looking at it, And I said, well, and he said, well, what the hell is it?
Over the last 5 years, as we've built La Valley Industries, it's become really apparent to me, to a certain extent, why our community struggles that way.